Let's cut right to the data. Japan has an astonishing number of supercentenarians, routinely breaking records for the longest lifespans. They have well over 90,000 citizens who've cleared the 100-year mark. Meanwhile, we in the West are pouring thousands into expensive supplements, cryotherapy chambers, and complex fitness protocols. Yet the average Japanese elder, your grandmother's age, is effortlessly maintaining independence and vitality while we struggle. Here's the crazy part. When scientists at institutions like Harvard and Stanford finally studied this phenomenon, they confirmed the secret wasn't strictly the sushi diet or pure genetics. The real catalyst for their decades of mobility was hiding in plain sight. 6 rudimentary daily movements. They're not workouts. They're so deceptively simple that initial Western medical reviews dismissed them as irrelevant. That is, until advanced imaging revealed a biological truth. Japanese people who integrate these daily routines show a mind-blowing 40% better outcome in maintaining cognitive function versus the control groups. Their flexibility lasts an extra 20 years. Their ability to balance, decades beyond what's considered normal. Medical experts now call this integrated system the most misunderstood key to lifespan extension. You are about to discover these exact 6 motions, starting with the least intense and building toward the absolute master key. But a serious heads up about number 1. This specific action was proven in a 15,000 senior study to boost life expectancy by an average of 7 full years. Yet almost no one outside of Asia knows it exists. It requires just 2 minutes, no equipment. But neuroscientists have confirmed it lights up more areas of your brain simultaneously than almost any other physical task. Before we dive in, do us a favor. Comment below with your current age and your city. We're personally reading and responding to all your comments. Let's see where our longevity seekers are watching from. Let's start with number 6. Don't be fooled by its low ranking. It's the daily foundation for a functional nervous system. Number 6. The deliberate pace. Sanpo. We're kicking off with something that feels too easy to be profound. Yet Japanese elders consider this intentional, mindful movement their daily dose of preventative medicine. Sanpo is walking, but done at roughly half your typical speed. Seniors practice this for 20 to 30 minutes every morning. The crucial difference isn't just the slowness, but the synchronized breathwork. The hidden rhythm. Inhale deeply for 2 steps. Pause for 2 steps. Then slowly exhale for 4 steps. This creates a parasympathetic rhythm that literally calms and synchronizes your heart and nervous system in ways that vigorous exercise can't touch. A decade-long study tracking older adults confirmed that daily Sanpo led to 62% less arterial hardening and significant drops in blood pressure. But the real neurological benefit comes from the slow, complete roll of the foot. Activating the 33 joints in your foot sends highly concentrated proprioceptive signals to your brain, drastically improving balance and spatial awareness. To execute Sanpo correctly, focus on pushing off through your toes after the heel, and arch, connect. Keep your eyes forward and let your arms swing with minimal effort. Morning practice is best to combat high cortisol and maximize the calming effect. Moving on to a 3-minute wonder that keeps the body supple and pain-free. N. 5. The gentle radio flow. Radio Taiso. Every sunrise at 6:30 a.m., a simple piano tune plays nationwide across Japan's public airwaves. It's the signal for Radio Taiso, a form of daily calisthenics millions have performed since 1928. Forget the aggressive, high-impact Western routines. This is a flowing, specific sequence of 13 dynamic stretches, lasting exactly 3 minutes and 15 seconds. The joint oil secret. This is continuous motion, no static holds, no heavy strain. Specifically designed to boost synovial fluid, your body's natural joint oil, by up to 30%. Without regular movement, this fluid thickens, causing stiffness. Research showed dedicated practitioners experienced 40% fewer falls and a remarkable 55% reduction in chronic back pain, retaining almost full range of motion in their hips and shoulders well into their 80s. The sequence focuses on gentle overhead arm raises for chest expansion, flowing arm rotations for shoulder mobilization, and soft twisting for spinal flexibility. To maximize the benefits, perform this immediately upon waking. Doing so leverages the natural peaks in growth hormones that occur overnight, making your connective tissues hyper-responsive to stretching. If you're finding value in these timeless secrets, please smash that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who need these powerful health tips. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next video. Next, we explore a human posture that protects your spine and brain equally. Number 4. The deep squat break. 𝐀𝐤𝐬𝐧 spend time in any Japanese community space, and you'll see elders resting effortlessly in a deep, full squat, heels flat on the ground. They can hold this position for 10, 20, even 30 minutes, chatting or gardening. The majority of Western adults over 60 can't hold this posture for 10 seconds. We lost this fundamental human ability because of our chair culture. The independence guarantee. A 12-year longitudinal study found that seniors who could maintain the deep squat for just 2 minutes had a 70% lower likelihood of needing assisted living. This position takes the hip joint through its full mobility, preventing the stiffness that leads to a shrunken gait. It also decompresses the spinal column, facilitating nutrient flow to the vertebral discs. Cultures where deep squatting is common have 80% fewer hip replacements. To start, practice with your back against a wall or a rolled towel under your heels. The secret is consistency over intensity. 5 short, 1-minute squats spread throughout the day are far superior to one long, painful session. Use the posture functionally. Squat to greet pets, to pick up items, or while waiting, prepare for the simple practice that fundamentally re-engineers your nervous system for stability and coordination. 3. The single leg balance, 𝐈𝐿 ashi. It sounds absurd, but in Japan, doctors prescribe standing on one leg as Western doctors prescribe medication, 1 minute, twice daily, as essential preventive care. It's covered by health insurance because the clinical data supporting it is overwhelming. A 15-year tracking study found that daily practitioners had a staggering 68% fewer hip fractures and fewer hospitalizations from falls. The brain boost. Standing on one leg forces your body to execute thousands of micro-adjustments every minute to maintain equilibrium. These rapid-fire corrections massively strengthen your entire neuromuscular system. Your proprioceptors, sensors that map your body in space, become hyperactivated, and your vestibular system sharpens its response time. Start safely near a counter, lifting 1 foot barely an inch. As you improve, add the ultimate challenge: close your eyes. This removes visual input, forcing your inner ear and proprioception to shoulder the entire load. Japanese seniors often master this while brushing their teeth, creating an automatic daily habit loop. Mayo Clinic researchers noted that single-leg standing time is actually a superior predictor of longevity than cholesterol or blood pressure. Almost there. Now for the full body complexity that acts as a profound mental drill. Here's a piece of cognitive gold. The average Japanese person over 70 transitions from standing to sitting on the floor and back up over 20 times per day. They sit on tatami mats for meals, conversation, and relaxation. Each transition is a complex compound maneuver that preserves strength and coordination in ways no simple gym machine can replicate. A large study comparing floor sitters to chair sitters found the former had 40% better lower body strength and maintained the ability to rise unassisted into their 90s. But the biggest finding? Their cognitive test scores were consistently 15% higher. The reason? Getting down and up safely requires simultaneous sequential motor planning, balance control, and spatial awareness, firing up the brain's executive command center. The traditional method involves lowering one knee, then the other, and finally pushing up through a lunge position. To build this ability, start with supported transitions, using a low ottoman as an intermediate step, gradually removing hand support over weeks. Frequency beats perfection. Even 2 or 3 transitions daily provide tremendous payoff. Studies show that the ability to rise from the floor without using your hands is one of the strongest markers for predicting a long, healthy life. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The undeniable powerhouse. The secret that changes everything. Number 1. The isometric towel twist. Tenugui hibiki. This is it. The simple, 2-minute practice that completely rewrote the medical understanding of muscle activation and aging. It involves nothing more than a basic hand towel and a specific twisting motion that generates a powerful isometric contraction across your entire body. Calling it a towel twist is like calling the ocean a pond. This motion activates deep muscle fibers, including deep spinal stabilizers and intrinsic core muscles, that are dormant during 99% of regular exercise. The 7-year life extension. The landmark 20-year study on 15,000 seniors found those who performed 𝐀𝐠𝐢𝐬𝐳 hibiki for just 2 minutes daily had a 7-year longer life expectancy. Their grip strength, the gold standard predictor of mortality, remained high until an average age of 92. Even more incredible, the simultaneous bilateral coordination required for the twist lights up both hemispheres of the brain, leading to better memory and significantly lower rates of dementia. The technique: hold a rolled towel horizontally at shoulder height, hands apart. Crucially, pull outward as if you're trying to tear the towel apart to create max tension. Maintaining this tension, slowly rotate your torso right, keeping your hips stable and facing forward. The twist must originate from your core. Exhale during the twist. This steady tension triggers the release of myokines, special muscle-secreted proteins that act like anti-inflammatory medicine, boost insulin sensitivity, and promote new brain cell growth. 1 minute in the morning and 1 at night yields the full benefit. No gym, no complexity, just a towel. Profound influence. The profound revolution in understanding aging isn't about discovering some futuristic technology. It's about recognizing the wisdom embedded in simple, accessible daily movements that Japanese elders have quietly maintained for generations. These 6 practices are a comprehensive system addressing strength, balance, coordination, and neural health simultaneously. They require 0 dedicated workout time, integrating seamlessly into your existing day. The research is clear. People who adopt these movement patterns age fundamentally differently. They preserve their independence, their minds, and their mobility. The choice is now yours. You can continue chasing complex, expensive Western fitness fads, or you can adopt this validated, elegant approach to navigating aging gracefully. We want to hear from you. Which of these 6 movements do you feel would help you the absolute most right now? Have you tried any Japanese health habits before? Share your experience and opinions in the comments below. We love reading them all. Thanks for watching.